humanity. UN and rights groups have criticized the Australian government for the conditions in the camps on Nauru and Manus Islands. Their allegations asylum seekers have suffered sexual and physical abuse. Joining us now is Ioannis Kalpoutzos. He's the chairman of the Global Legal Action Network, one of the organizations that's petitioned the ICC to investigate alleged crimes against humanity at Australia's detention centres. He's also a professor at the University of London's City Law School, and he's live from London. Thank you so much, Ioannis Kalpoutzos, for joining us. So your petition is asking for an investigation into possible crimes against humanity committed by individuals and corporate actors. Why the need for the ICC to get involved, and which individuals or corporate actors are you targeting here?
That's correct. Thank you for having me. We have found that the violations of fundamental human rights are systematic and are widespread, and they have a particular deterrent purpose, which is to stop refugees from making the journey to Australia. And they qualify as crimes against humanity. There is torture, there is unlawful imprisonment, there is persecution committed against individuals, and these form an attack against the refugee population. And we have found in our analysis, which has been led by international criminal law and refugee law scholars, that these crimes are especially grave. They're especially grave because they entail the responsibility of individuals at very high places in the state in collaboration with private actors. As you know, Australia has privatized some of the facilities to individual corporations that are running them day to day. In addition, the violations are widespread, so a great number of people thousands of people have suffered from them. They are particularly egregious because there is physical and sexual violence. And finally, and that's crucial, there is a danger in the current refugee crisis that these violations will spread beyond Australia, as other Western states look for increasingly hostile ways to treat refugees and avoid what has been called the refugee issue.
Ioannis, heads of government and other officials are not immune from prosecution by the ICC, of course, but the prosecution of an Australian government official, sitting or retired, would be unprecedented. Now, the detention centres, as you've said yourself, are privately run under contract from the Australian government. How do you convince the prosecutor that the Australian government itself is liable for these crimes?
That's correct. So the International Criminal Court has jurisdiction over specific individuals rather than a state. And Australia is a party to the Rome Statute. And Australia, individuals in high positions of authority in the Australian state have participated in the creation of the conditions.
Which individuals?
But also have... The communication does not name names. This is for the prosecutor in her investigation to identify. We are providing a rigorous analysis of the activities and of the consequences of these activities, and we are asking the prosecutor to conduct a preliminary examination and initiate an investigation in finding the specific individuals most responsible, both in the Australian state, which continues to have effective control over the camps, and to specific corporations that run them daily.
Ioannis Kalpoutzos, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us. Ioannis Kalpoutzos is from the Global Legal Action. He was joining us on the news grid from London. Now, these are not the first claims of abuse